right, Kevin Hunter, Chris Bornstead, and Kyle Torgerson here at the broadcast desk, Northwest Digital News. We're going to talk about how to get cheaper car insurance. And let's kick it off. Number one, don't assume that any company has the cheapest rate. Did you know that the company with the cheapest rate for your neighbor could be the most expensive for you? And that at any given time, anywhere across the country, the difference between the highest and lowest insurance policy for you is around $860. And there's all kinds of independent sites to go out there to check out so that you can get multiple insurance quotes. Let's take a quick look at lowcostcarinsuranceprice.com. Bring that. All right, so we're here on the website for lowcostcarinsuranceprice.com. You can put in your zip code, which we've done that. We popped in the Kelso zip code. So click on Get a Quote.
Look at that.
There's three companies here that pop up on this for that area Progressive. You see Smart Financial Auto Insurance, also the Zebra. Just be aware that it doesn't necessarily have to be a place like Geico, Allstate, Progressive, etc. And that is our tip number two. Don't ignore the local and regional insurance companies. The big guys like Geico, Progressive, State Farm, and Allstate aren't necessarily the cheapest companies that are out there. Chris, number three is what?
Now we're getting into the stuff that I like here, and that is the word discount, Kevin.
Yes.
Discounts. So what you want to do is when you're looking for your insurance is you want to look, mention that you have stuff like a good driving record. You also want to see if you can bundle your insurance. Most families have more than one car. Mm-hmm. We have like 5, and we only drive 3 of them. So
and you can put your homeowners and your car insurance and several other things together in one bundle.
Yeah, so bundle your insurance, put multiple cars on the policy, pay up front. I don't personally ever do that because
But if you can, it'll save you some money,
if you can,
right?
You can, yeah. Anti-theft system, which
You want to make sure it's actually something like LoJack or one of the legitimate systems, because there's a lot of bogus window etch systems that car dealers love to put on cars. That doesn't work, you guys.
Well,
it does nothing.
It's just another deterrent. And, as we're finding out, some people believe deterrents work and other people do not believe deterrents work. I personally believe deterrents work and that we should fully fund deterrents. But anyway.
Or detergents.
Or detergents, yeah.
Detergents.
And
I just want to bring up that if you do actually want to get those window etchings, you can actually get them on eBay or Craigslist for like $20 instead of maybe $200.
Or you might even spend north of $500 or $1,000 if you're at a really big rip-off dealer. So don't get that window etching.
Let's talk about the window etching thing for a second here real quick. Again, you just break that window out and that window etching is gone. And something that we're seeing, something that we're seeing an increase of, and there's a new documentary that went out last night. We're seeing a very large increase in automobile theft. So, as many deterrents as you can get on your vehicles for sure.
And you will get a discount on your car insurance too.
Correct.
Number 4, Kyle, is yours.
Yeah, you know what a bad deterrent is? Low credit score. So basically what you can do is, what I did, I'm actually building credit as we speak, which is crazy because I'm actually sitting right here. Basically, if you want to increase your credit, just go to your local credit union, maybe the one that you bank at, maybe at one you don't even bank at. The more banks you know, more credit unions know, the better. Basically, go there, get a $500 loan, put $500 in the account, they take it automatically, you're building credit, while just passively you could be knitting.
So you can do that basically starting right from scratch.
I have a question, and all growing up, and from the time I was 16, credit score was never involved in the car insurance industry, and I'm not understanding why it would be involved now or why it's even relevant.
Actuaries in the business say that there is a indication of how accident prone somebody might be, et cetera, based on it's more to do with a sense of responsibility perhaps than anything else, and they say it is associated, and most states allow car insurance companies to use credit as a consideration.
I don't think they do. I think it creates a barrier for people that don't have enough money.
But whether it's fair or not, it is considered by a lot of insurance companies. So be aware of that and take some actions to improve your credit, as Kyle was mentioning. So number 5 on our list is consider insurance cost when buying a car. A lot of people are out car shopping and they're not aware that even vehicles in the same similar makes and models can have a really big difference in how much they cost for car insurance. You take a Toyota Camry as an example, will cost $187 more per year on average than the comparable Honda Accord. And likewise, a Toyota RAV4 will cost $200 a year more than a Honda CR-V. So just be aware that the vehicle that you're shopping for, we've even seen situations where somebody comes in looking for a brand new Mustang or something like that. Well, you can imagine how much the car insurance is. And if you're thinking about what your monthly payment is and what you can afford, and you didn't think about that car insurance, it could be the car insurance that is the reason why you end up losing your vehicle. So take car insurance into consideration when you're buying a car. Number 6 on the list is consider dropping the collision and comprehensive if your car is a older car, basically a clunker. Both policies, here's why, because comprehensive and collision only cover up to the value of your car. And if your car is, maybe $500 or whatever, $1,000, which is a lot of those cars that are still in good running condition on the road, but consider dropping collision and comprehensive on your clunker car because it'll save you some money on insurance, and the policy really isn't giving you any benefit anyway, so consider dropping that. Number 7 on our list of tips is consider a bigger deductible. Now, some people would say, well, if you have an accident, well, then this is going to end up costing you more money. Well, true, but do you remember when you had your last car accident? Have you ever had one, Chris?
It was a few years back, Kevin.
Okay, I've never had one. Have you had a car accident?
I wasn't driving.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't driving. Okay, but the point is that the chances of you having a car accident are actually relatively low, and I'm not talking about committing financial suicide here. I'm just saying that if you consider going from a $500 to $1,000 deductible on your car insurance, you can save $200 on your car insurance. And put a little money aside in case you end up having an accident. But the interesting part is that's money that you get to keep when you don't have an accident. Also, if you consider going from $1,000 to $2,000 in your deductible, you can save $360 a year on your car insurance too. So you recover that money pretty darn fast. And like I said, I've actually not been in a insurance collection car accident.
Oh, but you have been in an accident.
Oh.
Many years ago, like 30 years ago.
But it wasn't my
Come on,
fault.
Kevin. It happens to the best
30 years
of
ago.
us.
Okay. But I'm just saying, think of how much money by going with a larger deductible and just taking the difference in that cash and setting it apart. Think about how much money you can save, and that's been 30 years since I was involved in an accident with somebody else was driving, as you mentioned. But all right, Chris, number 8 is what?
Consider a plan based on personal usage. I know a lot of people like me. I don't drive a whole lot, so a new thing that we're seeing now that the state in our area wants to do is a pay by mile program.
So some of those are state programs.
Yeah, some there will be some state programs. So I imagine you could probably check into a pay by mile plan with your insurance company. You could also do progressive snapshot.
That's actually a little device that connects underneath the dash.
Not happening. Anyway, all straight driver wise, State Farm Drive Safe and Save are, I imagine, programs that you can look up.
Yep, and these are actually all devices that plug into the same port underneath your dash, where you'd plug a vehicle diagnostic thing to it. So it just kind of tracks your driving experiences, and they put it on your vehicle for about 30 days, and then you send it back in. And they will, and in each case that I've done this with different insurance companies, they have actually dropped my insurance rate after getting the device back. Number 9 is Yuka.
Well, let's say you're not driving safe, right? You get in a car crash. You know what you need? You need some gap insurance.
Yes.
That's what you need.
You might need gap insurance, and you know what? Talk to your own insurance provider about gap insurance, because while it costs $35 a year through your own insurance provider, this same policy, if you wait and get it from your car dealer, expect to pay $500, $1,000 easily for gap. And it's even heading north of $1,000 now these days. So they see you coming, and when you're not informed about gap insurance, a lot of people aren't putting money down and taking long terms on their car loans, and you better be thinking about gap, but talk to your insurance provider. It's way cheaper. Well, number 10 on our list is be very cautious of anything that sounds like insurance in a car dealer's finance office. They'll have all kinds of things like disability insurance, tire and wheel protection, You know, the insurance things go on and on and on, and they'll make it sound like all you're trying to do is protect your investment. No, you guys, everything they're offering to you in a dealer finance office are all profit-producing products just for the dealership themselves. And as a good finance man has told me, you don't need anything from this guy, the finance guy sitting there in the dealer finance office. Well, that's going to be a wrap here on our top 10 tips on Northwest Digital News. We'll be back with other stories here in just a moment. Kevin Hunter, Chris Bornstead, and Kyle Torgerson. Until next time, take care.